want to be able to bring in some role-playing game, a little bit of, I don't know, fantasy, fun, gamify your goal setting a little bit so that it's not so mundane and boring. Well, use this framework, use this mindset. It's not super gamified, but it's got the elements in it. It's got a little touch of it. And this will help you get to your goals and achieve the life that you want. What's up, legend? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology, where I help geeks, gamers, and creatives to have more confidence and motivation and just live a better life where you're actually taking the actions and you don't just feel like a passenger or just watching your character go through the motions like an NPC. You're actually doing stuff that inspires you and makes you want to continue pushing on and going on your epic journey, your hero's journey. So this actually comes from an older video that I made of a different style. I put like Overwatch video behind it, and it was just me talking, and it didn't get too much love because of that. I'm sure it was extremely distracting having like Diva run around and say a bunch of stuff. So whatever. That's okay. That's behind me now. I forgot about it. It's okay. I'm not worried about it anymore. And as you can see, I got the lettuce out right now because it's a beautiful day. So enjoy that. Enjoy that as I tell you this framework. So this is the craft model. This is something that I developed. It's basically I just kind of took a bunch of stuff and shoved them together, different models, different approaches, different ways of setting goals, and I jammed them together, and I did it, and it worked, and I liked it, and I continued doing it, and here we go. Okay, so first, the C is create awareness. You need to have some awareness of the problem that you have, and that's usually the biggest issue that most of us have with anything in terms of personal growth and changing is like we're just not aware of it. Even within personality type, we don't really know how much we use our primary strengths because we just see the world through that lens, right? And we assume everybody else does. And with problems too, and with goals as well. It's kind of when something bad happens, when a dragon swoops down and starts breathing fire all over the land and the buildings and stuff like that, then you're like, oh yeah, we got a dragon. We got to deal with that, don't we? Oh, dang. You know, and that's when the realizations happen. For me, physical pains, like when my knee starts really hurting or it pops, and I tore my meniscus years ago. I was like, oh yeah, I should do something about that. So that's creating awareness. And you don't necessarily have to go through this epic call to adventure to make this change. It could be as simple as writing down the basic areas in your life, you know, your health, your wealth, your relationships, your growth, and those kind of things, you know, your hobbies and friends and stuff. And just charting it, like 1 to 10, how satisfied am I with this? 10, awesome. 2, might wanna check that out. And when you do that, you get this understanding of like, yeah, this area of my life needs some work, and you can kind of zoom in again, and you can say, okay, within my relationships, what are the issues that I'm having? What are the different categories? Okay, do I have somebody in my life? Am I treating them kindly? Am I being treated kindly? What are my boundaries? You know, how much close, nice, lovey time am I getting? You know, all this other stuff. What are my goals for the future? Are our goals for the future, are they aligned? So you bring out these categories and then again rate them 1 to 10. How satisfied are you with where you are now? Create awareness now, and then go from there and then say, this is something I need to work on. Okay? So there are tons of different ways to do that. Those are just a couple. That's the C in craft, create awareness. R, you need to have a realistic goal. You can use SMART goals. If you don't know SMART goals, I'm going to bring in another acronym. I know you ESFPs are loving this. Me just slamming you with a bunch of acronyms. But okay, so SMART goals, it needs to be a specific goal, right? You need to clearly know what it is you want in your life and what it's going to be like when you get that. What are the signs that you've achieved that goal? M, it has to be measurable. You need to know that you're making progress on your goal, right? Like, what are the things that I'm going to be doing? What are the stepping stones along the way? What are the quests that I'm going to be going on? What's the loot that I need to get, right? You need to have some sort of like measurable plan. And that can be hard for some of us, like myself, an INFP who struggles with that strategizing aspect of myself. But you need to clearly mark out, how are you going to measure this? Okay, then it needs to be attainable. Make sure that it's something that is possible. Like a human being can do this. That's usually a good sign that you have the potential to do it. And then R, it needs to be relevant to your life. Like, how is this going to impact your life when you achieve it? Okay. Is it going to completely ruin your relationships and all these other things if you focus more on your job and you earn more money? Then that's not really a reasonable goal to have. And then T, it needs to be timed. You need to make sure that you allot a specific amount of time and really focus on that, right? If you say, yeah, I'll get it done maybe in a couple years, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do that. You're not going to eat all those hamburgers. So now that we've passed that acronym inception, acronym within an acronym, next A in craft, A is approach. You need to do something. You need to take an action, make some steps to move forward in that goal, right? This is your goal, but if you're not doing anything, like I want to be ripped. Okay, well, you got to, I don't know, maybe do some push-ups or go to the gym or something like that, right? You got to approach the goal. You have to start putting those ideas and that goal into progress, right? This is when the hero like gets off the ship. This is when the hero jumps on the griffin. This is when the hero like walks into the forest, right? You got to do something with that goal. F from craft is to find leverage. You need to, this can be pretty hard, but when you're doing the actions, like look within that. What are the things that are working out better? What are the things that are not really working out? Bring in the Pareto principle. Like what's the 20% of the stuff that I'm doing that's giving me the 80% return? Like I use a lot of Fireball. Fireball's awesome. Fireball's the best. Okay, well, Fireball's probably the good one, right? But maybe you don't really need these other spells. Maybe you don't need to waste your time on those other aspects if this one thing is getting you the biggest, the better results. Okay, and that takes some time of like sitting down and tracking how far along are you with these measurable goals? How exhausted are you? Are you, do you feel excited about accomplishing this stuff? What was the thing that you did that gave you the biggest bang for your buck? Okay, that's about finding leverage. You can also find leverage through asking other people. Who in your life knows how to do this? Who in your life can help you out? What if you're struggling with it? What if you're just like, I'm not motivated to do it? Well, getting somebody to hold you accountable is one way of finding leverage over yourself. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways of looking at this, but it's a key component to crafting your better life. And T, test, right? Do something, run it through the scientific method and just say, okay, this worked, good, I'm going to keep doing that. This didn't work, it's just feedback. It's all feedback, baby. Just keep going, right? This is fine. It's okay. I'm going to just try again in a different way. I'm going to do this in this style. I'm going to use Ice Blast instead of Fireball all the time. Whatever it is, you need to test a bunch of stuff because that's how you succeed, is through failing a bunch of times, getting complicated successes, and getting back up and doing it again. Yeah. So I hope that this video was helpful. If you are interested in more personal growth based videos for gamers, you can check out the link in the doodly-doo sides over there and down below in the doodly-doo down below. Oh, do you like the background? Do you like that? It's cool. It makes me feel nice. It makes me feel good inside. Like I've just been chilling all day instead of focusing on making money and making people happy, making myself happy, all this other stuff. Keep up the lifelong quest and good luck, have fun. Peace.